Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the studio. There he is. We have Kiba here with us today, supervising. Emma, hey. Good morning, how are you? I have some coffee. I have a supervisor, and I'm about ready to go. Today, I'm going to be doing some glazing. We have a kiln to open. It is still at around like 450 degrees. While I can open it at that temperature, I'm going to wait a little bit because that is warm. Minnie. There's Minnie. And she's been, she was trying to figure out, like, she was doing, like, the butt wiggle, trying to figure out how to jump over all the mugs. Hey, why don't you come over here? Come on. Yeah. See, right here. Come on. Yeah. She really does try to be careful. You want coffee? You want water? Come on. Come on. There we go. I had to clear out her path. So she could, because she couldn't jump from there to there. There we go. Arm, yes, it is spelled. It's supervising, yes. Hey, Lassa. Hey, Louise. Good morning. It is, this should be called Catterday instead of Tuesday. My goodness, that poor lizard. See, this is why Minnie naps in the afternoon. Yes. Oof. She's like, you stopped? Now she will fall asleep up here. Like, she'll get up here, have her zoomies for a bit, and then pass out. Kiba went on an adventure yesterday. He had to go to the vet. And it turns out that he has a UTI, so he got a shot to make him feel better. But they said, like, he's 16 years old. I went in thinking that maybe, it was going to be a lot worse. But they said he is extremely healthy for 16 years old. He doesn't have any issues as far as organs and stuff. He's just old. So that was good. I'm used to when the cats get this age that things start, like, we've had kidney failure and different things like that happen. But so far everything's functioning as it should. Here we go. Oh, I'll say I thought she was she's fading. She is fading. There we go, so you can kind of see what I'm doing over here. I have a brand new bucket of the tree beard. And so I'm mixing up my my witch's brew. That's what I feel like when I'm using this sometimes. My Glaze concoctions. No donuts this morning. No donuts. And just so you know, there's an almighty purr coming from the pottery wheel today. Don't know if I should be worried about it. Two more weeks and the soap will be ready to find new homes. Oh, good. You know, I forget that it has to sit. Oh, thank you. I'm excited for it. Nope, not yet. She's not passed out yet. So this is the chicory glaze, which is what I use for the tree beard. And the tree beard is going to be this one right here, the kind of the blue and the brown. If the pot you ordered is being delivered in June, it needs to be after the 15th or before the 8th. Okay. Okay, it should be before the 8th. If not, I'll check again before I send it out to make sure I've got the right dates. I think the camera froze. Otherwise, Kiba's like giving everybody like an evil stare. I think I heard it disconnect. There we go. Don't want it delivered while you're on vacation. Gotcha. Where are you going? I think Minnie's gone. Nope, there's near Twitch. Nope, nope, not yet. That's the one way she still acts like a kitten. She's still very playful, but she will play and play and play and then pass out. Like, I'm not sleepy. You're sleepy. Castaway Bay and Cedar Point. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, I've heard of that one. That one's a bit like really far for us to go. We, I guess the closest thing around here to that is Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana. Where they have the park, and the water park is the best. Okay, this is a Lord of the Rings travel mug. But just the inside first. There we go. Yeah, really, the Hoosier State has a few odd named towns. I think everywhere does. They're like, identifying place names or properly pronouncing place names for different areas is always fun. The cats are priceless this morning. Hey, Spook, right? I'm just seeing how long it takes Minnie to pass out. Mm-hmm. There you go. Your favorite one is French lick, yeah. Ooh, wood. Oh, really? Em's never been to an amusement park? Oh, yeah, she'll have a blast. Oh, really, Spooks? Like, you might go on a carousel, but that's it. Oh. We're just talking about, first roller coaster experiences the other day. Like, thinking back, I think I probably was on... I know I rode one in, at Dolly World, and that might have been one of the first roller coasters that I rode. And I did not like it at all. Did not like it. But that would have been, like a wooden roller coaster type thing, and didn't really ride one again until I was an adult, one of the ones at Disney World, which are good roller coasters that don't tend to beat you up. Local pronunciation of towns and cities is a weird oddity. Yeah, you gotta look back to why they say it that way, how it's just been said over the years, not how it's spelled. So Spook, I'm assuming those aren't pronounced the way you think they are. Yeah, okay, making sure that was it was still going. Kiba looks like he was kind of frozen, but he is. He's just frozen in sleep, kind of. You're not asleep. Because that looks like Lancaster. Is that how it's pronounced? It's like we have a what are the ones we have a lot of around here? Oh yeah, instead of Versailles, it's called Versailles, Kentucky. And instead of Lafayette, it's called Lafayette. Is it something as simple as Lancaster, or is it complete vowels shifts? Ooh. Here we go. Wooster, okay. Oh, okay, so that's what it is, yeah. Lancaster, yeah. Oops, I forgot to wax the bottom of this one. Where is this? Oh no, wax is over there, and the stamp is too. Hobart versus Hobart. Yeah. There's a town at home called Perrier, but it's spelled P-E-R-Y-E-A-R, so people that don't know it say per year. So they're understandable mispronunciations, but and where my father's from is called instead of Buchanan, they call it Buchanan. Hammond, you say without the D. I could see that. That's easy to do. That's similar to how you take the G off of the ing a lot of times. What? Like, I'm not sleepy. Where you're from in Connecticut, you have a lot of the Native American names, which probably get mispronounced all the time. I'm not even going to try. Yeah, she was very wary of me yesterday when I took Kiba to the vet and brought him back. Like, she would not come near me. Like, I gave Kiba treats when I brought him back, and she wouldn't come get treats. She's like, I don't trust you. It's like, you gonna try to put me in the box too? See, you could have had the bed all this time. This is the chicory. This is going to be the tree beard. So the one right here. It did it again. Just having to see what she was doing. There we go. Yeah, it amuses you when traveling to Indy, you cross the mighty Wabash. And some of your buddies you travel with have never seen it before. It's a 1/4 mile wide in most places. They don't call it mighty for no reason, yeah. Safina, hello. Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm putting some glaze on some mugs, and then once I get a layer on everything, we will open up a kiln. I've got a kiln cooling down that it is at around 400 degrees right now, so I'd like it to cool down a little bit more. I could open it up at that temperature. It's technically a safe temperature to open it up for the pots, and if I use gloves, I can get everything out. But it is if it's not necessary, I just would rather it cool down a little bit more, because that's a bit toasty. But I've opened it up. Usually the hottest I'll open it is like 450, but that's still like a temperature, like an oven temperature, same temperature you could safely get something out of the oven. So it will not explode the pots. That's the important part. I don't guess I need that measuring cup anymore. So I'm putting the first layer of color on these guys. And then the reason I want to get that done is so that I can have a chance for the first layer of glaze to dry. Because most everything is going to have 2 or 3 layers on it. And as you can see, this is a yarn bowl. We'll do one more. And then dip the bottom half of the mugs. I like doing the mugs that way because it helps everything dry a little bit faster, but I can't really do it with the bowls. It's hard to contain the liquid when I go poking holes in it. Nope. But today I'm doing this one, Treebeard. We're going to be doing the red and black. I've got some jade and iron, and then denim and white. And I think I've got more than will fit into one kiln load, so I may not get everything that I've got out here glazed right now today. Clean that off. Good. So you can tell this is super exciting stuff. It is literally watching paint dry. But as you can see, it dries pretty quickly. And I can fit about 100 mugs in the kiln, or I think it was like 60 or 65 yarn bowls, and I've got a combination here, so it'll be somewhere between those two numbers. Yeah, this kiln load is not going to need as much layering as in some others. So this is, I'm did this one first because it does have the most layers, but the red and black and the blue and white don't really need a lot of dry time between layers for some reason. And plus it is only just like one layer. Or two different colors, I mean. We've got our lucky curse words in this kiln. At one point in time, I was making so many of these curse word mugs that, like I said, that's my lucky kiln charm. As long as I've got a curse word in the kiln, it's going to be okay. And then this one is one of the new Lord of the Rings pieces. The Lonely Mountain artwork. Travel mug. This will be the first time I've done the Elvish script with the tree beard, so see how it turns out. Make sure all the glaze gets in the little nooks and crannies there. And a tankard. Helps if I don't hit the side of the bucket. Crazy Girl Emmy, hey! Good morning! Yeah, I haven't got to do the tree beard in a while because I just now got some more glaze. Like the last show that I did, I ended up doing like all my samples in tree beard, and like I scraped the bottom of the bucket. Like I barely had enough to get everything done. So I've been out ever since then. It is a popular color now. So like for things like this one, the Knit Happens mug, I'm making it tree beard. Like for the Yarny mugs that I'm taking to my next show, I'm trying to simplify things and just like do all of the same phrase and all the same color. And if somebody wants something different, they can order it instead of trying to do like, you know, a variety of colors for everything. I'm making executive decisions. Especially when we're at a show, there's only so much room we have. We can't put everything out, so it's easier to say, this is what we have, these are the colors we have more stock, but these are the colors we have. I'll check, but this may be the last one. Now I'm betting after I do this one I'll have to do another bucket of black. Oh man. How bad did it get my face? Pretty bad. There we go, I don't have a mustache anymore. There's a sponge. Okay. So this next grouping I'm doing is all going to be the red over black, the bloody, which is like it's the one in the bottom left-hand corner down here, so you can't see it all that well, but it's just red drippy over black. Now if I can, like, I might be able to dip these. Yeah. If it turns out I don't have enough to dip some of them, I'll just pour the glaze on like I did the other one. So that one was Star Wars Imperial symbol. This one is the Hellfire Club from Stranger Things. And this is the solid black. Oops, where's my sandpaper? Okay, so this is the Elvish script. The script is raised a little bit off of the pot. And I like making these red and black. They can be ordered in just about any color. Like the darker the color, I think the better it looks. Because the more contrast you're going to get with the white clay sticking up out of the pot. There's a couple of these. Let's see if I've got enough here to do this. Just set these somewhere so I don't accidentally glaze it the wrong way. I've got the Stranger Things upside down mugs that are going to be black and white. The Scrubland, yeah, I've got just enough there. Again, Kiba's covering up the Scrubland, but it'll be white on the inside. Just set it there so I don't forget about it. And there's another one in here, I think. There's at least two, if not three of them. There they are. Let's do those. Spook, welcome back. And this is still, like, this is one of the very first, like, yarny puns we started putting on mugs, and it is still one of my favorite, because it's yarn. And the ever uplifting, I knit so I don't kill people. Knitters, you are doing the world a service. And for any Doctor Who fans out there, we have Exterminate! Yeah, boxes. Okay, yeah. That and some paper. I do see that I'm gonna be running out of room. Or I will once I get everything glazed. Right. Has the mail already come? Okay. Kinda, he's got his head twisted a little bit, yeah. We just have a cat lump, a headless cat lump over here. And see, it's not just knitting, we have crocheting too. And again, this is the solid black that I'm using right here. You can't tell because it's, I mean, several of the glazes look just kind of like this grayish color. Ooh, what is all this? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Raiders. Let me set this down so I'm not waving a mug around in the air. Jody, good morning. Thank you for the raid. Boop the snoots and give cuddles. Oh, there's lots of cuddles. Kiba likes all the cuddles. He expects cuddles all the time. And I apologize for the ad. I just see that the ad break has just started. So, but welcome. Jody, you did. You did. Just like this one, if you can see it. Yeah. We'll be back after ads. Is that what's on my thumbnail? On the, when you're scrolling by, when you're browsing, is that what's on my thumbnail? F off, I'm crocheting. Pudding Tater, thank you for the follow. Let's see if I've got room for this one. Welcome back. So Jody, thank you again for the raid. And you did see something that said F off, I'm crocheting, and I like, so is that the thumbnail that you see when you're browsing? Is that what my thumbnail says, like F off, I'm crocheting? When I was showing it to the camera, that would be kind of funny. But we have F off, I'm crocheting, knitting, weaving, sewing, crafting, or pretty much anything you can think of. And then we have the same. We have I knit so I don't kill people, which is you know, just a little bit more upbeat, just a little bit more positive. I am getting ready to go to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, where I will be selling these. You can also find them all on the website. You need that one. So were you crocheting today? What were you doing? So can pottery be reglazed? You have two bowls where the glaze is cracking. If the glaze is cracking, like that usually means that there's been liquid in it that they're not necessarily broken. It's just that the expanding and contracting of the clay as you use it, like wash it and cook with it or whatnot, is like the clay is expanding and contracting. So reglazing it wouldn't really do anything. Those cracks would form again. But some pieces can be refired. Like if I have a piece here that if I miss some of the glaze, like I have a fingerprint or just like a splash where I missed something and I need to refire it to cover it all, I can do that. Usually some glazes don't like to be refired, but most will. Sometimes they might look a little bit different the second time, but most of them can be refired. It just like sometimes they might be more drippy than the first time, which can be a good or a bad thing. So sometimes you can refire a pot, but in the case where you've got like that's called crazing, where you've got little cracks in the glaze, that's it's still going to happen. You were sewing beads on a canvas to make a butterfly. Nice. Who's going to be there? Amu Blue? What do they do? Are they selling or are they just visiting? Yeah, so the Maryland Sheep and Wool is one of the two largest fiber festivals in the country. The other one is up in Rhinebeck, New York in October. So you're just getting started on your butterfly. Yeah, you see the crazing or little cracks on pots, like especially a lot of older pots, because or antique pieces, because it's just a matter of the clay and the glaze not fitting each other, and when it's heated up, the glaze and the clay will expand and contract at different rates. So over time, little cracks form. And now we know a bit more about, the chemistry of why things happen. And like the glazes I'm using on this clay body are not going to do that because they fit one another. But even as recent as 100 years ago, people didn't know that. If you were doing ceramic production, it's because you used the clay that you had available to you, and whatever glazes you had, available to you, whatever you were digging out of the ground. And so if it still works fine, then use it. If not, then it might be time to transfer it to be a flower pot. Oh, Jody, so you'd love to go to craft events like that. Oh, yeah, they're fun. Oh, really? So, Emu Blue does spinning and knitting socks. You're pretty sure she is selling. Ooh. I have to keep an eye out for them. Do you know their business name? So these guys have been fired once. So these have been fired to a temperature of 1800 degrees Fahrenheit about. And what that did is it put the clay through a chemical change so that it's no longer water soluble. So I can dip it in a glaze without it falling apart. And also it hardens the clay a bit, so I can hold it with the tongs and everything. But it's still porous, so that allows the glaze to soak in a little bit and stick. Then this afternoon, when everything's done, we'll fire the kiln again, and it'll go up to 2232 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's what will melt the glaze, giving it that shiny look you're used to seeing on pottery. And then it will also melt the clay a little bit, which is what actually vitrifies the clay, which is what actually seals the mug. It's not the glaze that makes it watertight, it's the clay itself, just melting a bit and sealing itself back into stone, which is why it's sometimes called stoneware. But all of these are going to be black. This is the color that I'm using right now, and they will be red and black, which is the color I call bloody. I'm trying to be a little bit efficient and kind of glazing everything of the same color that I have out all at the same time. So this is one of the Kill People mugs. It's going to be the red and black. Just a little bit of red drippy on top of it. That's her name on Etsy? Okay, she's selling handmade tools like crochet hooks. Nice. And you can order these in any color. These are just like, I have to make executive decisions when going to a show because we only have so much space. So I make all the phrases of like this one are all going to be bloody. But if you go on the website, you can order them in any color you want. And then once I get a layer of color on everything here, I'm going to open one of my kilns. I've got the kiln these are going to go back into. It's cooling down, and it's at around 400 degrees right now, which is that is a safe temperature to open up a kiln, because that's like, you know, it's oven cooking temperature. You can take pots in and out of the oven at that point without worrying about the pot exploding. If it was like 800 degrees, the pot would probably crack when it came out into the air temperature, room temperature air. But 400 degrees is still a bit warm for my fingers, so I'm letting it cool down a bit. So we may still need the fuzzy gloves when we open it up and get stuff out of it, but it will be a colorful kiln load because it's got a lot of the flower pots in it. Yeah, I got one over here. Pudding, you had to stop using a bowl because mold would follow the crack lines. Yes. Maybe it was a bad firing on the bowl. Could have been, yeah, or like I said, the materials. And that's the thing about the little cracks, is that they will trap food and bacteria in there. Even if it's so small that you can't see it, you might start getting things like that, like mold, or it might just start smelling funny after a while. Okay, we got 7 more of these. And so I've still got plenty of glaze left. Don't have to mix up a new bucket right away. I can usually get about 200 to 250 pieces out of one bucket. One 5-gallon bucket. It's a 5-gallon bucket, but when measuring out the glaze, we measure it out in like 10,000 grams, which is around the same as 5 gallons. So this one has Elvish script on the outside of it. It is the one mug to rule them all. It will be this same red and black color. Yeah, I don't know if I have... I used to have one of the Elvish script mugs back here. I don't know if I still do. No, I don't see it. Because, like, if there's ever, like, wrong with something, like it's got a crack or just a blemish or whatever, I'd keep it back here and I drink out of it. So I've got quite a collection of like, derpy mugs. How do you get that Lord of the Rings mug? Thank you, Lucian. You go to, you search Elvish script on the, or LOTR on there, and it'll bring up all the different options for Lord of the Rings. And the mugs I'm doing right now, these are the 20-ounce mugs. So for size, that's what I've got right now. But you'll see, it'll give you many options. But yeah, search Elvish. That should bring it up. And this one says, blood and bloody ashes. If anybody has ever read the Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, that's like their curse word they use in it. We have 32-ounce mugs, yes. They are like humorously large. It's more like people are like, hey, can you make one this big? Like, I sure can. This and then one more. Here's another of the Elvish script mugs. All right, next I can do brown or blue. Which one should I do next? You know what? Talking about coffee, I've forgotten about mine over here. So, see, it's iced coffee that's kind of getting watered down. This is a 24-ounce tankard versus a... Never mind, hold on. Hold on. Okay. There we go. So that is the difference in the 24 ounces versus the 20-ounce mug. I guess it's not like a huge amount of difference, but it's got the wider base. And another Lord of the Rings mug. Like, forgot, that's one. Lord of the Rings tankard. There's no preference for blue or brown. We're going to do both of them. So I'll do the brown first. And this is going to be the iron that is, well, it's the bottom of the top one up here, but it's, I don't know if I have a better example of it just by itself. It's darker than that. If I find one, I'll get it. Get it out. Kiba snoring, by the way. So this is one of the glazes that I still make myself. Though I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to make it. Yeah. One of the main ingredients in it that kind of makes it the way it is, I'm going to add a little bit of water to that and mix it up a little bit more. It just looks thick. But I haven't used it in a little while, so water will evaporate out of the buckets even if they're closed up. Let's do this again. Did you order one? Thank you. You'll forget you ordered it? Yeah. It will be, yeah. When it comes, you will have, it'll come right after you've forgotten about it. Yeah. Here we go. So which one did you get? Did you get the Elvish script? Jade and black. Okay. And this is another brand new mug that I've have a custom order for it, but I liked it so much that I'm making more of them, a butterbeer logo, and that's a graphic that I made myself. They said what they wanted on it, like the year that's on it and the style they wanted. Your wife has a collection of custom crafted mugs. Now you'll be a part of the club, yes. Lucian, you've seen the insulated double-walled ceramic mugs. Have I tried making them? No, those are not something that are thrown on the wheel. Those are they have to be slit cast. And I've seen somebody who's done that, who's figured out a way to cast it. But they've put a lot of time and effort and research and trial and error into figuring that out, so it's not something that's easy to do. You said maybe the problem with your bowl is you microwaved it. No, that's not. It's more of a It does say dishwasher safe. Like I said, the crackles are from expanding and contracting. It's not necessarily the microwave that does that, because it's probably going to get just as hot, if not hotter, in the dishwasher, or having hot water or hot beverages in it. And it's not something that tends to happen over time. I mean, it is something that tends to happen over time, not just like after like one usage or whatnot. So. It's just the materials that was used to make it. Yeah, because something that is, what makes something not dishwasher safe is if it has too many metals in it, which, because a lot of glazes are, the colorants in a lot of glazes are metal oxides, so if there's too much in there, that's going to make the pot really, really warm, or scalding. So if it's not microwave safe, you will know it very, very quickly. Yeah, that's the same person. They made an automatic glazing machine, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Whew. Saved it. Wasn't me that saved it, right? It just floated for a little bit. And I'll do a couple of yarn bowls. With yarn bowls, you have to be really careful of the hook. So not only is it like the fragile part of it, like I don't want to add too much glaze to that area, because if glaze drips and just kind of covers up that hook area, then you know it's not a yarn bowl anymore. So I'm going to do that, because I only want one color on the hook. Oh, it had the machine they use has like skateboard wheels on it, yeah. Yeah, it seems like they're just as interested in the engineering of things as in like the ceramic process. Stefan, thank you for the follow. So these are the little plant pots, the smallest size, while they have holes in the bottom. And that one says, I wet my plants. And they have these little plates that'll go underneath them. And a lot of those are in the kiln that's cooling down, so we'll get to see a lot of them. Several different varieties. Well, hello, buddy. So we got one more color to do, which is going to be the blue. We're gonna cuddle. It's just what you wanted. Look at that happy face. Plop. Okay. Okay, these were the black ones. I'll move these over here. Alright, and this is blue. We're going to be doing the denim and white, so it's this one right here. So the bottom color blue, the darker blue, is what is in the bucket right now. Once I stir it up, you can see that it looks kind of like blue-ish. It's very light in the bucket, but it'll be darker if Kiba will get his foot out of the way. Right, that tail. He, Kiba's only got half a tail. So I think at another time I probably would have named him Eeyore, because it's not much of a tail, but I'm kind of attached to it. Bamboo Pandas, hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. Good morning. I've got 2 minutes to say good morning still. Good morning. We are going to glaze some of the pieces blue here, put one layer on them, and then after that, it'll be time to open up the kilns. One kiln. It is, it's magic the way glazes completely change color in the kiln. Magic, chemistry, sorcery, whatever you want to call it. I need to change out the water. So I've been using like dark colors over here. And the insides of these are going to be white, and I don't want it to be streaked with red, because that's like my water bucket right now. I need to go swap it out and get some fresh water, so I'll be right back. You have a kitty, and you said that's where we are going. Yes. Well, he is the true star of the show. I have never claimed anything else. A little bit more here. Whoop, now it's noon. That's better. Well, good evening to y'all then. So Bamboo Panda, what were you doing today? Oh, really? Clem, there's a well-known children's book there about a cat who only has a tiny stump for a tail. Real, I wonder what the cat's name is. What is that? Oh, no. Okay, the commands were working just a minute ago. Somebody was using them. Try cat. I don't know if there might not actually be one for his name. I don't know. You were doing some studying on stream. Group study. What are you studying for? And there's Minnie. So we have 2 studio cats here. There it is. There's one that's cat. There he is. What, have I been saying your name too much? Hold on just a second, I got a phone call coming in. I saw Kiba trying to get down, and that kid, there was like a the bucket lid over here on his stairs, and I could see disaster happening with that. Come on. There we go. See? You can have it all to yourself. See, everybody left. Come here, Manny. Come on. I know, I've got too much. She can't figure out how to get down. Come on, honey. Come on. I know. You want to cuddle or you want to get down? Huh? There you go. Because everything's blocked that way, and I've started blocking things over here again, and so she freaks out. Oh, no, Bamboo, we had a few tech issues, but other than that, it went well. Good. You have 2 kitties, too, yes. They live in the studio, and they, So the clay dust does not seem to affect them. Like, they will get it in their fur, and I'll clean them off occasionally, but, like, and they will drink from like, the clay water buckets. And I asked my vet if that was going to be damaging to them at all, and they're like, oh, no, actually, like, clay is something they would naturally encounter, you know, from drinking out of puddles outside and such, and it's actually good for their digestion, so. So my cats have excellent digestion. That's okay. Hey, Wonder Hamster. Oh yeah, your cat's like drinking from the bucket in the garden that you keep your natural clay into, yeah. And sometimes like certain types of clay are a natural filter, so the skimming the water off the top of the clay bucket may not even be that dirty, you know. Yeah, that's true. Kiba has had great digestion. You've smelled it, yeah. I had some sandpaper. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the cats are so spoiled that they want to go outside and just like sit in the sun, but they want to come inside to use their litter box. I have not heard from the van people. Yours is actually the only call I've gotten this morning. Though I think... Actually, I don't know if it was in the parking lot still or not. It was still in the parking lot last night. Have I made them their very own custom ceramic food bowls? That's what this is. So this is a raised water bowl that so they don't have to bend down as much. That's what that is. And it could be used for food too, but yeah, just a raised bowl. I actually had someone commission me make those for a French bulldog, and I used Kiba as my model because he's about as big as a French bulldog, and so Kiba got one too. Thanks, Wonder Hamster. Yes. So why should I expect anything different from the cats, right? But yeah, so the color I'm doing right now is the denim, and it will look like that one right there, the blue and white one. Dark blue on the bottom, white on the top, and a lighter blue in between, which is made by the white overlapping the darker blue. It's a very like traditional glaze color. Blues and greens are going to be like some of the easier colors to make, which is why you'll see them a lot on older pots, and brown of course, just on older pots, antique such. Mass, yeah, right. Yeah, I sent him outside. Yeah, Bamboo, thank you for stopping by. We'll see you later. Have a good lunch. Or dinner. Or dinner. So I'm trying to get all these that are half dips first, and then I'll do the ones that are solid. Here's some more of the plant pots. This one says, "You grow, girl." And this is the one that I could not believe we didn't think of ourselves until somebody like suggested it to us, but talk dirty to me for a plant pot. This one I think I like to do this way. Yeah. Alright, and now I've got some that are going to be the solid denim, so let's get the tongs. We have Ravenclaw mug. And another. And this one's for all the yarny Trekkies out there. Knit long and prosper. Wonderful place to art. Hello. Good afternoon. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, welcome to the studio, everybody. I am glazing today, and I apologize for the lack of donuts. I'm glazing pots. Adding color to the pots. And then once I get done with this color, I'm going to go open up the kiln. And it's still warm, so I'll probably have to use my fuzzy gloves, but we can still see it, see everything, and get some pieces out. Wonder Hamster could go get us donuts, couldn't he? Maz, I like the way you think. All right, so this is a police box, and it's got a lot of little small parts in here that I'm gonna just filling in very lightly before I dip this, just to make sure all the nooks and crannies get color. So I kind of put some water in my brush to make it thinner, just a tiny bit thinner, and then this one will have the same color medallion as the outside of the mug. It's just efficient resource allocation. There you go. Belzy, it'll be the first time you've seen a kiln opening. Yes. They are fun. And this one should be pretty colorful because it's full of a lot of the plant pots. And I forget what else. Because, you know, usually by the time the kiln is cooled down, it's been a day or two since I loaded it, so I forget exactly what's in it. Put these over here. I just can't quite reach it with the glaze tongs. Maz, don't jinx us now. We'll be back after the ad. Now, there are still cracks that happen. Not as much explosions. Like, I haven't had, like, a bad explosion, knock on wood. And if something is going to have a lot of issues like that, it's usually going to happen in the bisque. I've had things, like, fall apart. Or the biggest thing that happens usually is something in a bisque if the piece is not dry enough. That's one thing that causes the explosions, and a piece will more kind of, like, crumble versus, cause a lot of damage to other pots. But sometimes, like this one, it's got a little, can you see the little hairline crack that it has right there in the rim? That's something that happened. This was a custom order that had a little crack in it, so that's why I've got it. I'm drinking out of it. But I remade it and sent it out to them. But stuff like that will happen occasionally. It's just things that may be too small to see in the bisque when I'm glazing it. So they do happen. Hey, Yarnia. Here's another of the police boxes. And then with these, the only thing I'll really have to do besides just wipe down the medallion is where the glaze tongs hold on to this, I will have to touch that up a bit. How do I color the letters and designs in the medallion without staining the rest of the medallion? Well, this was a bad example because it's not got anything in it. We use glaze. So for this, we put a little bit of watered down black glaze in the letters, because you can kind of see on this one it's an impression. So we use a stamp to make the designs, fill it in with the black glaze, and then wipe it away. And then we put wax on top of this to keep, the whatever other color I'm using from messing it up. This is another one that's going to be like all blue in there. This is another from the Wheel of Time. This is the Aes Sedai symbol, the Flame of Tarvalin. Okay, I've got 3 more over there. Got 1 more Ravenclaw and 1 more R2-D2. You really like all the pottery processes, even if you're a super beginner. Yeah, like there's so many different things you can do with clay. There we go. All right, so that is all I need for the blue. See what I did with the lid. I leave it over there. No, I moved it because it was right here, and Kiba, I put it over there because Kiba was going to step on it and it was going to tumble everything to the floor. That's right. All right. Let me go see. You have successfully waterboarded yourself. Well, hey, at least you got something moving. Like, has anybody else ever tried the Navage, like nasal cleaning thing, where you like squirt water up one nostril and it comes out the other side, supposed to clear your sinuses? It works. It is an experience, but it does work. I'm gonna see what temperature the kiln's at. Oh, there's Kiba. I should have known where he'd go to. 288. All right. I'm gonna open it up using glove. Okay. And I'm gonna set up my camera over here. Maz, you've tried that, yes, but it was horrible, right? But could you breathe after? Yeah, you were thoroughly convinced you were drowning yourself. That's why, like, Wonder Hamster calls it waterboarding. Yeah. So I'm going to take my top-down camera, and I'm going to move it over to the kiln. So I'll be right back. I'm going to put up the be right back screen so I don't cause an earthquake. Be right back. All right. Let's see where the camera's pointed at. That's pretty good. So I'll leave it there. We have 4 layers, at least 5 actually, because for the little shallow dishes, I was able to put a 5th layer on one side. But this is our big oval, and I know some of the stuff in here is flower pots, and all the little dishes there are the bottom plate that goes with the flower pots, like the one I was just glazing here that will so they'll just sit on there and have something to catch the water. Like I said, lots of color. So the kiln is at around 250 degrees, which means that that's the air temperature in the kiln, and the pots are going to be a bit warmer than that, especially the further down you go in the kiln. So I am going to wear my fuzzy gloves. Well, let's go see. I'm going to go move something and make sure the camera hasn't frozen. If I can. There we go. Getting underneath things with these fuzzy gloves is not easy. Yep, that works. Okay. So these little plates are just going to be the bottom for the flower pots, because I don't have a gray one right here, but this is one of the unicorn farts pots that says I will survive. But this is the unicorn farts glaze, the kind of pink purplish bluish over gray. And then we have a custom pie plate that is a wedding gift. It says established in 2024. I don't know if I have my heat temperature reader back here anymore. I'll see how hot the pots actually are. But we had pink, we have orange. There's pink, and several black. And red. And yellow. And then same thing for the smaller ones. Because I have 3 different sizes of the plant pot. The 2 bigger sizes can use the same plate, but the smaller one needed something a bit smaller. So. Alright, this is the 5th layer over here that has a few more. Here's the gray one. So, those purple and black and purple again. Let's see what's on this side. I don't know if the camera can see this side. There we go. Another pie plate. And I'll set this over here. Let's see how fast this cools down. So this pie plate is around 300 degrees because it's maroon. It's kind of like a darker red. It's gonna get lighter, and we could leave it there and see how fast it cools down. Of course, being Kiln, it's not gonna cool down that fast. But red is one of the colors that, like, as it warms up, it gets darker. So you can kind of like tell what temperature it's at. I think the mic's too close to my mouth. I've also got a fan going back there, so that might make a difference too. May have to turn that off. The purple and the blue, yes. We might have some of that one in here too. We might have some of the sweet pea. Yeah, this is what the red looks like, you know, when it's cooled down versus the warmer version. But this is another wedding gift. This one is a bit of a belated wedding gift, but it still counts. Established in 2023. And then we got the little, the smaller size of the unicorn. This one says, "Not dead yet." And then another little plate. And we'll get these out of here. We got some mugs and some more bowls. Let's see if we can get in here. Sometimes my fuzzy gloves makes it hard to get between these. Okay, good. And nothing stuck. Sometimes the little stilts will stick, so I try to pick things up carefully. We got some travel mugs, and we have some more bowls, more unicorn farts. This one says, "You make me want to sprout." And then that one is plain. And so is that one. And they are warm. They are very warm. I'm going to set them down. We have, this is the Rebel Alliance mug in the portal color. Got some of those. I've got, these are custom orders. This is a left-handed Moon Yarn Stash mug. That's no moon, that's my yarn stash. And then a, I like big mutts and I cannot lie. Both in the tropical fruit color. This is the tropical fruit saying, talk dirty to me. And this one we call Blue Banana. Rooting for you. Then another You Grow Girl. And I Wet My Plants. This one said, this is another Rooting for You. Okay. Gonna do this because they do kind of nest a little bit. There we go. Let's get some of these mugs out of the way. I'm gonna go get a drink and let my gloves cool off a bit. Hey, Lassa. It is very toasty today. Hey. Kiba is still helping me back here. He wasn't curled up next to the kiln, but he's sitting in the same room. Here's the yellow and blue again. And then there's a little Kentucky soap dish. Let me get these stilts out of the way. Ooh. Touched the side of something with my arm. And we've got some travel mugs that we were asked to put some underglaze on because that's similar to what their logo looks like. It looks like a leather patch, and it turned out really, really good. I think it does look like a leather patch on there. I did a test at first before I glazed like everything, and when it turned out nice, I finished everything else. But yeah, these look good. And then 2 more of the Star Wars mugs. Okay, we got 2 more layers on this side and 1 more on the half round. Yep. And there's that dark red again. Who was looking for blue and purple? Or were you just saying that you liked the blue and you also liked the purple? It's a little bit thick. but it is kind of like a green, blue, and purple mix. I believe in you. And then this is the one we call cotton candy. I love it. It says, I will survive. Colors. They're so nice. Another Talk Dirty to Me. And Not Dead Yet. We got our sweet pea. This is so the Sorial Tea Room is from Akatar. If anybody has read the Akatar books, it's a Court of Thorn and Roses. That's what this is from. This is one of the Akatar mugs that we make. But they are all in sweet pea. And then of course there's one that says, y'all ain't right. Let's get some of these out of here. Warm and toasty they are. It's another I Will Survive, and that one's plain. And then I Believe in You. All right, last one. This is some more of those travel mugs. And some of their smaller mugs as well, along with green and blue. Staying alive. I see Please Don't Die. I Wet Plants. Another Staying Alive. And that's a plain one. Then more of Sorial. We have Bless Your Heart. We have some more of these. The old Columbia mugs. They turned out really nice. Can I reach it? There we go. This is the Misty Forest, so the light green over the dark green that says I Wet My Plants. And it is very, very warm. So I'm gonna get these out of here and then set them down. I can pick both of these up. There we go. Sometimes the fuzzy gloves makes it awkward. Phew, the gloves are warm. Oh, Belzy, you were saying that the you love the blue and the red, while the red was still a bit purple. Gotcha. Sorry, I know the ad is still going on. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, the yellow and blue looks like a sandy beach with waves. Yes, it could. The yellow is really bright though. For me, I think it's really bright, but I like it that way. And Belzy, you were saying that you love the blue and the red with still a bit purple. Oh, okay. Hey Adorn! Good afternoon. Cage, so many excellent colors. Thank you. Yeah, and I don't usually get to do all the bright colors at once, so we're getting to see a good variety here. Belzy, the ACOTAR stuff is not on the website yet. I'll have to, I wonder if I can post a picture. I wonder if I have a picture. I think it's just on my phone. I do not have them on the website yet. Adorn, do you have any pictures of the ACOTAR stuff? Because you've carried it before. Yeah, because it's new. It's new this year. And Janet, you like the look of the leather patch? I do too. I was very happily surprised at the way that turned out. It looks nice. So let's go try to get the rest of the stuff out of here. I was thinking if I could, because I've got a lot of stuff in here that has been bisque that needs to be glazed, and I could show some of the new ACOTAR stuff that we've got. Let me get these out of here. 4? Can I get 4 of them at once? I don't know. There we go. Yeah, if you missed it earlier, talking about the leather pouch, this is a mug where they wanted like a brown logo to match, graphic to match their logo, and it turned out really, really nice. Like, it's even got a little bit of a shine to it, so it does look like polished leather. Alright, so that's, rest of that kiln. And I see a Valaris mug over here. Did I custom mix it? No, it was a underglaze that I had here that I was using for the Calico Cat colors, for like the brownish orange on a Calico Cat. And so I used it, and that looked like it would be like very similar. But I didn't expect it to be shiny because I'm used to putting a glaze on top of it, so I knew what that looked like. But you can do that with underglazes. You can, if you wanted to like mix a specific color. I've done that before. I think it's called honey, is what it's actually called. I don't have it right here in front of me, I don't think. Nope, that is it. Yep, honey. It's a spectrum underglaze. Because that's what my local supplier carries. Let's see if I have any black over here. So this is how we put the glaze in the on the mugs. Water it down a little bit. Of course, the camera's not here. I'm filling in a mug, filling in the medallion a little bit, and then with one of my sponges, I'll wipe it away and show you one of the other Akatar things. This is probably the most satisfying part of any of the glaze process, because you get to kind of see what the design looks like finally. This has probably been the most popular one we've done, which it's the Valaris Cities of Starlight. But I've made one, we've got this one, we've got the Sorial. I made one that says Cauldron Boil Me, because that's kind of like their swear word. And I made one that's brand new that's a High Lady of the Night Court. I made that one. So that's so that's what, like 4 of them. Oh yeah, and this one says to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. That's what this one says. Let's put a little bit of color in here so it can be seen. I may put a little bit of wax on those letters next time before I do that, so that they'll stand out a bit better. And the Valaris I usually make in Starry Night, the blue and the black, and then this one I've made in the Arizona Sunrise before, but it could be any color. Got to fill in that little spot right there, but that's what it looks like. I've made a different version before as a custom mug. That's actually how I started making these. I got a custom order for them for this text, and so I looked up. I got like more than one of them, and so I'm like, oh, what is this from? I'm gonna look it up, and so I found that it was a book and that it had some graphics associated with it, like a mountain with 3 stars on top, and so I made a different graphic for that one, and then I kind of made a fancier one just now. But that's 2 of them that I have back here. Hey Tender, thank you. But that is about it. If you want to, Belzy, you can send me an email and I'll give you pictures of what I have. If we don't have any in stock right now, we will shortly, because I'm making some for the show. So, and then if you want a specific color, you can let me know. But I am at a good stopping point right now. I think I'm going to take a break, maybe get some lunch, and then finish layering some of these colors and load the kiln back up. So, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. And then if I can get this started fairly soon, we may be able to do another kiln opening tomorrow. Oh, Maz, you're welcome. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Lucian, thank you for the cheers. More treats for the kitties. So I'm going to see who else is on today to see who we could raid. Because this is a bit early for me. Hey, there's somebody else doing pottery. Let's go see. Throw Dan. So I was doing like the end of the process, the glazing and the kiln opening. Then let's go watch the beginning of this process. Oh, Lucian, I just saw your text, like, want to raid a knitter. But here we go. We're gonna go see this person, and I'm assuming their name is Dan. But we will got that started. We will go say hi to them momentarily. But again, thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see y'all probably again tomorrow doing more of the same, because I've got a lot of things to glaze. And yeah, we'll see you later. Here we go.